Hey friends, this week we are starting to talk about how living things change as they grow. So, we are going to start talking about butterflies this week. I have a fun story about butterflies and how they begin. Butterflies begin their life as a caterpillar. So every year when Mrs. Hoffman teaches boys and girls about butterflies, I like to share one of my favorite stories. So this is just a story that's really fun that I want you to listen to. This is called 10 Little Caterpillars. So this is a story written by Bill Martin Jr., and it's illustrated by Lois Ehlert. Both of the author and the illustrator, they love to write books for children and make the pictures for the books. And they do a really fun job. And I like the way this illustrator uses things that look like she's cut the shapes of the caterpillars and the leaves and things out of paper that looks like it's painted, and then she cuts things out so it looks really cool. I love the way she does this. So this is a story about 10 little caterpillars. So when she starts out using her art, she probably paints a piece of paper like this and then she cuts it out. So do you see how she would have cut out that paper to make the shape that's on the front that looks like a leaf? It also looks like a heart. And that's another form of art. And here she made little holes in the papers that she cut to be shaped as leaves. So I love the artwork. The first little caterpillar crawled into a bower. That is a kind of flower. Now, on these pictures, you will see some labels. These are labels, and this is a wild rose flower. So in this story, there are lots of rhyming words. So listen for the rhyming words. The first little caterpillar crawled into a bower. Bower rhymes with flower. The second little caterpillar wriggled up a flower. So here, these are different kinds of flowers. This flower is called a delphinium. This flower is a blanket flower. Mrs. Hoffman sees these flowers when I go to my cabin in the summer. This flower is called a foxglove. Here is this caterpillar. Do you notice how that caterpillar looks different? And these flowers are called snapdragons. So in this story, the author and the illustrator are teaching you about caterpillars, and they're also teaching you about flowers. The second little caterpillar wiggled up a flower. The third little caterpillar climbed a cabbage head. So here is a head of cabbage. This is a different kind of caterpillar. This is a beetle, and this is a winter squash, and here is a toad. There are lots and lots of different kinds of caterpillars, and they each like to eat different plants. This caterpillar likes to eat cabbage. The fourth little caterpillar found a melon bed. A melon bed is a big garden area that melons grow in. This is a watermelon, this is a muskmelon, and this is a honeydew melon. And look at this caterpillar. That caterpillar looks different. And there's some ladybugs. The fifth little caterpillar sailed a garden pool. So this little caterpillar landed on some leaves that are floating in a pool in the garden. This is a poplar leaf. This is a maple leaf. Those are different kinds of leaves. The sixth little caterpillar was carried off to school. Someone found this caterpillar. Look how this one looks different. This is a monarch chrysalis. So this is a caterpillar that has already made a chrysalis. This is a milkweed plant, and these are monarch eggs. So this butterfly will eventually turn into a monarch. This caterpillar will turn into a monarch butterfly. And this kind of caterpillar likes to eat milkweeds. The 7th little caterpillar met a hungry wren. A wren is a type of bird, and here's the caterpillar. This is a thistle plant. Here is a dragonfly, and there is a grasshopper. The 8th little caterpillar was frightened by a hen. Some animals like to eat caterpillars. This is a winter squash, and there is a different kind of caterpillar right there. Lots of different kinds of caterpillars. The 9th little caterpillar fell into the sea. Oh no, what's going to eat it? A fish. The 10th little caterpillar scaled an apple tree. That means it climbed an apple tree. There's an apple, and there's the branch, and there's a different kind of caterpillar. And hung there patiently. So this caterpillar climbed up the branch of an apple tree, and it started to make its chrysalis. The chrysalis is a hard shell that a caterpillar makes outside its body. And the shell is a place where the caterpillar stays inside as it changes and grows. So these are all chrysalis. Chrysalis is the name of the shell that the caterpillar is inside. Until by and by, the 10th little caterpillar started to come out of its chrysalis and became a butterfly. So this bush right here is called a butterfly bush, that purple one. Those bushes are one of the favorite bushes where caterpillars like to go, and they will sometimes make their chrysalis on that bush, but after they turn into a butterfly, they love to drink the nectar from that flower. So in our story, all the different kinds of caterpillars are listed here on these pages, and it tells you what kind of caterpillar they are and what they look like when they turn into a butterfly. So I'm going to show those to you. So this is called a morning cloak caterpillar, and it feeds on tree leaves, nettles, and wild rose leaves, and this is what it looks like when it turns into a butterfly. This is called a buckeye caterpillar, and it loves leaves and snapdragon flowers. So the caterpillar looks like this. When it becomes a butterfly, it looks like this. This is called a cabbage looper. This is the caterpillar that liked to eat the cabbage. And this caterpillar turns into not a butterfly, but a moth. The yellow bear caterpillar chomps on tree leaves and leaves of garden crops. And it also turns into the Virginian tiger moth. So some caterpillars turn into butterflies and others turn into moths. This is the yellow-necked caterpillar, and it likes tree leaves, and it also turns into a moth. This is the monarch caterpillar, and it turns into the monarch butterfly. This is the painted lady caterpillar that turns into the painted lady butterfly. This is the woolly bear caterpillar that turns into the Isabella tiger moth. This is the common wood nymph caterpillar, and it turns into a butterfly. This one is a tiger swallowtail caterpillar, and it turns into the tiger swallowtail butterfly. Isn't that beautiful? So all those different caterpillars turn into butterflies or moths. So we're going to learn some more about butterflies this week. I hope you liked our story.